What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So since the last time we spoke, you guys know that Wall Street Bets, basically a bunch of Redditors and a bunch of people came together and they pumped GameStop, AMC, and I think NOK in order to short squeeze the hedge funds. And they successfully did that, right? And then after they got done with that, after the whole fiasco was over, because these exchanges basically stopped them from being able to trade GameStop, they had to move on to another asset. And now, apparently, they chose Dogecoin, right? If you guys don't know, Dogecoin is basically a meme coin. It's literally called Dogecoin. It's a meme coin that was made on a blockchain, and it literally doesn't have any usefulness or any good purpose towards innovation or anything. It's just literally a meme coin. It was made as a joke, but it happened to stick around for this long, for all these years, simply because people like it, because it's Doge. I mean, who doesn't like Doge, right? So they kind of moved on to Doge. Like this is WSB chairman. This is the guy that's kind of behind all these rallies, him and Roaring Kitties and Deep Fucking Value. I think that's the name of the other guy. They're kind of the leader. They're the head of the snake here of this entire Wall Street Bets group that's been leading this movement. And they said, this is one of his tweets where he says, "Sorry, I missed your call. I was busy exposing Wall Street and watching Dogecoin move." Now, if you look at the comments, I mean, you can see that this is very, that's why I don't like when people try to shield these shit coins, these altcoins to people, because it's going to get a lot of new people hurt because they don't know any better, right? So you got this lady here, I don't know who this is, but she said, "First time crypto buyer here. Would someone be so kind to help this girl figure out how to purchase Dogecoin?" And you have a lot of these people that's watching, that's following this guy or whoever else, and they're going to get hurt buying this coin. We're going to look at it right now, okay? So I like this tweet where this guy says, "Why are they all like this? A close friend. I tried over the last 4 years to reach him." So this guy basically texted him, said, "What's up? This is on Thursday." So that was yesterday. Oh, wait, the day before yesterday. "I'm hearing Dogecoin's going to go up a lot. Trying to buy it, but it doesn't let me on Robinhood." And the guy responded, he said, "You literally came at the top. It topped out. Forget it. Just stack sats," which is Satoshi, which is, Bitcoin. But yeah, as you can see, this is the chart. When he texted him, it was already come and gone. So that's one thing you got to remember, guys. Whenever you hear about these pump on these coins, or if you hear it on the news like, "Oh, Dogecoin is being pumped right now," chances are you're already too late. You're already too late, because by the time by the time it reached the media, and then the media write up an article, or they come up with a pretty little headline in order to deliver it to you, it's already too late. Otherwise, it would be extremely easy to get rich, because all you have to do is just watch the news, just refresh CNN.com and just wait to hear, "Oh, Tesla coming out with a new truck," and just buy that stock and you'll be rich. But it doesn't work that way, because 99.999% of the time, by the time it reaches your ear, by the time you know about it, it's already too late. And that's what happened with this coin here. Now, if you look, this is the hourly chart, but if you look at the daily chart, that pump came and gone within 1 day, okay? It just it shot up, and it didn't even close the day up here. It was just literally a wick, meaning that it just kind of went up and just came right back down. And now from the top, we are already down 75%. So if whoever bought up here at the top would be down 75% of their money right now, okay? So you gotta, if you look at it, let's zoom in a little bit. This is the 4-hour chart. This is the 1-hour chart, okay? 99% of the time, by the time you hear about this pump, okay, and this is why I don't like trading shit coins or altcoins, whatever you want to call it. By the time you hear about a pump, it's not going to be down here. This is too early. This is when the pop first started, right? This is when the move just got initiated. You're not going to hear about it until like right here towards the middle somewhere, okay? Now, let's say you managed to get in right here, and then you manage to somehow hold it through these entire top, and you get a 125% gain out of it towards the top. That's to say you magically somehow knew that it was going to top out at about 8 cents, 9 cents, or whatever that is right there, okay? And you sold, good for you. You would have made 125% on your money. Now, that's assuming that you somehow knew when to sell exactly at the top. But the point, the reality is you're not going to know when the top is. You're going to hold it and it's going to drop and you're going to keep holding it. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? And then when it starts coming back up right here, you might even buy more because you think, well, it's probably going to, go up even higher. And then bam, look what happened. It's making a lower highs all around, 1, 2, 3 lower highs. And then it broke the support right here. Anytime you see this pattern, it's over, guys. Lower highs. And then the support that was right here that held as this support ended up breaking. And then now we retraced and then we retested it as resistance. And then it fell and it just started coming back down. So now, like I said, you would be down 75% on your money, right? Because you did not know when to sell the top, and nobody knows. Not even professional traders would know when to get out on the top. No one knows where the top and the bottom is. And that's the problem with trading these things, because you just don't know. It's literally a gamble, and you would be down 75% of your money right now. Now, let me make another point, okay? If you guys were to trade this thing, let's say if you guys were to make a gamble on this thing, okay? Let's say your entire life savings or whatever. I'm not going to say that. Let's say you have $10,000 of liquid money, right? That's the money you have that you can afford to invest in anything, Bitcoin, whatever else, right? That's all you got. Are you gonna put the entire $10,000 onto this move, into this coin just for this move? If that's the case, you would right now you would have about $2,500 left. That's how much money you would have right now, and it's gonna keep going down. It's not done yet. It's gonna keep dropping. It's probably gonna go back to where it started. We're probably way down here. You're gonna lose probably 99% of your money. You might end up with probably $1,000 if you're lucky. Okay, so you would have lost $9,000. Now, if you didn't do that, right? If you were just say, oh, I'm just gonna play a small position just for this, just for this little speculation move, just for this little trade real quick, right? Let's say you play with only $1,000, and let's say you manage to actually hold on to it all the way to the top and sold at the exact top. You'll be up, like I said, we saw it was like 100, let's say 40%. So you will be up right now. You'd be about, you have probably like $2,500, probably a little bit less than that, but something like that, right? $2,500. Guys, you got to pay taxes on that. There's short-term capital gains tax on that, right? If you hold an asset or a stock or whatever for longer than a year, then it's considered long-term capital gains. That's very small percentage-wise compared to short-term capital gains. And that's why when people that don't know how to trade try to trade, I tell them all the time, you're playing a losing game. You starting at the starting line, you're already losing. You didn't start like at a fair line. You're already losing, right? So you have to be really good just to get some profit, just to be able to pay off that tax that you already supposed to pay, and then whatever else, that's your profit. So you're already at a disadvantage. Because let's look at the taxes on that. So what is the short-term capital gains tax? It's going to be considered the same as ordinary income tax when it comes to federal, right? So it's going to be the same as the income tax bracket for federal. Let's see, this is single filers. Let's say you're right here, right? You're the middle class, 40,000 to 85,000. That's 22%. Plus California. Let's say you live in California. I'm just making an example because you got to pay state tax too, not just federal. So California state tax on short-term capital gains. You're down here somewhere, so that's another 9%. That's a 9% on top of 22%, so about 33%, probably a third. A third of your profit would have to be paid to the state and the federal IRS. So that's guys, that's instead of doing that, what you could have done is literally just buy Bitcoin, right? If you just bought Bitcoin and hold, and that's why buying and holding is such a great strategy when it comes to accumulating long-term wealth. You got to think in the same school of thought as Warren Buffett, who buys his stocks and never sells. You want to hold it for the long term. Imagine if instead of that $1,000, you had to play this game and then be all stressed out and then not knowing when to sell and all that just to make $1,500 in profit. You got to pay tax on that. So a third of that is gone. So $500 gone. You made $1,000. Cool. Now, if you put that $1,000 into Bitcoin, long term it's going to go up. You don't have to worry about how to stress. It's going to go up a lot more than just 2x, right? A lot more than just 150%. We already talked about this, where my end of year target for Bitcoin is now $150,000. That's another 5x easy from there, guys. And that's something that you believe in. That's something that you can have conviction behind. And we'll talk about that more. Okay, so basically DOGECOin, it's done, guys. It's come and gone. That was a once in a lifetime pump. whatever. Okay, now like Peter McCormick, he said that Dogecoin would go to $1 and then they dump their bags on you. Welcome to the pump and dump. That's basically what happened, and they're dumping bags on you. And then here's another factor: Robinhood was stopping crypto trading as Bitcoin and Dogecoin surge. The Trouble app has made another major gaffe. They halted trading as Dogecoin was going up, right? So basically what that means is you couldn't even get out of your position. So remember what I said about earlier, how maybe you could have caught the top and sell at the top? You probably couldn't even do that because this entire thing right here, this entire move, the exchange was fucking up. They wouldn't let you sell. They wouldn't let you do anything. They just freeze and they just be down. So how would you get out of your position? You just be stuck. And by the time it comes back online, the price is right here. So you lost your opportunity to sell at the top. And then now you're just riding the wave down. And then now you're just watching your portfolio go down. You're watching your money going down. Like I said, if you put in $10,000 right here, you probably be at like $5,000. So you have to decide, am I going to sell here or am I going to keep holding, hoping it's going to go back up? And if you held on to it, it would have kept going. And now you probably have $2,500 left of your $10,000 original investment. So that's another thing. Yeah. So that's another thing right there. And that's why just buy Bitcoin, man. You don't have to worry about that shit. You don't have to worry about your exchange fucking timing out for like an hour at a time and you can't get out of your position. No, because when I buy Bitcoin, I don't worry about it. I throw it in cold storage in my hardware wallet and it's gone forever. I'm just hanging on to it. I'm never selling it. It's just my wealth's going to go up in time. You know, that's long term. That's long term thinking. No stress, nothing. So that's another thing. Okay. And then that's another thing is, how would you even have guessed that Dogecoin would have went up? Like, that's like people that say, oh, I'm just going to, trying to trade, trying to time these little shit coins, trying to make some extra money and then put it into Bitcoin. But it's like, how would you know if this coin was going to go up? Now, like I said, by the time you find out from the Wall Street bets guys, it'll be up here already. And then not to mention the Robinhood thing and all that. You know how many cryptocurrencies are out there? How many cryptocurrencies are out there? 7,800 in existence. 78, I think there's more, but they say it's almost 8,000 cryptocurrency. And you're going to take a guess. You're going to put your money. Let's say you put $1,000 at a time. And we're still working with the premise that you have $10,000 to play with. You don't want to play with the entire 10,000, right? You just want to play with $1,000. You're going to do this every single time. And then that coin just never go up. Maybe it goes down. Most likely it's going to go down instead of going up because it's shitcoin. There's no purpose to it. There's no reason for it. It's just there, right? And then what? So then you lose half of that. You have $500 left. And then the next one you put in, you lose another $300. Until when? Like when? When are you ever going to make money from that? That's why I say you guys shouldn't be trying to trade. It just doesn't make any sense to me, right? It's the same as if you were going to a roulette table and putting your money into one of these numbers right here. And honestly, that's a much better way to go about it. If you're going to gamble your money like that, you might as well do that because this way you're in Vegas, you got the flashy lights, you got your friends, you got the drinks, the free alcohol, you get to have a good time, and you get to gamble. Might as well do that. It's much better doing it like that. Much, much better, honestly. And this way, it's a fair game, right? If you win, they pay you. If you lose, you pay them. It's not like this shit where Robinhood can just shut down on you for like an hour at a time and just, close out your position or just don't even let you do anything. You're stuck. You're trapped. And you're sitting at home by yourself. Come on, guys. So it's much better if you just play the roulette table, to be honest. So here's another reason why I don't invest in altcoin or shitcoin, because they all end up like this. Here are the top 100 shitcoin priced in Bitcoin. And that's today, by the way. That was today, okay? This is not old. Ethereum is down 73% when compared to Bitcoin. XRP is down 95% when compared to Bitcoin. Link, 60%. Litecoin, 92%. Bcash, 96%. You get the point. All of these coins are all down 95% from the high in Bitcoin. When you basically, what it means is if you would have invested in this coin instead of Bitcoin, you would be down 95% of your money because Bitcoin would have been going up like it has been, and all these coins would have been going down or underperformed massively. And you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at the charts. I mean, so Ethereum is the only shitcoin that basically went back to its all-time high, right? In USD terms. So this is Ethereum USD. So the all-time high was around, I think it was like 1,500. So yeah, they finally made it back to the all-time high, right? In USD term. But if you compare it in Bitcoin term, when you compare Bitcoin to Ethereum, this is what it looks like. The high of Ethereum was at 0.123874 Satoshi. And if you look at where it's at now, it's still down about 70%. So even the best performing altcoin, shitcoin, Ethereum, they're still massively underperforming when it comes to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has been doing nothing but going up and leaving these coins in the dust. So there's just a very far gap for them to even catch up, guys. So that's what's going on with the shitcoins. And if you look at all these institutional investors, all these guys, Michael Saylor, he got Bitcoin in his bio, and then we know Elon Musk put Bitcoin in his bio, Jack put his Bitcoin in his bio. Nobody's putting Ethereum in their fucking bio, okay? None of these institutions, none of these smart money, none of these big name, like intelligent, high net worth individual is putting Ethereum or fucking Link or XRP or Dogecoin in their bio. Nobody is. No one. They all they care about is Bitcoin. Everybody's trying to buy Bitcoin. That's the real prize. That's the real digital gold. Everything else is a distraction. Everything else just pumps because of Bitcoin. They say, a rising tide lifts all boats. Bitcoin is the tide. So all these other shitcoin, they sit around, they wait for Bitcoin to pump, and then they wait for their turn to pump, because they're smaller in market cap and they have way less liquidity. So then any little amount of money can move them up and down. So it's very sporadic. It's very volatile. So they're just hoping that, oh man, maybe we'll get I call it a charity pump. After Bitcoin pumps, we'll get a charity pump. And that's what happens, right? There's no substance behind it. There's no fundamentals. There's no values. There's no purpose to any of these coins. And they all are scams, pretty much. And I'll explain why. But, this is going to take a whole other video. But I'll touch on a few things. But this is a very deep subject that I've been trying to preach to people. Every single cryptocurrency out there besides Bitcoin is a scam. Let's just look at it. Let's just say it like that. That's the truth, okay? And we'll see. So this is Vitalik Buterin, who's the founder of Ethereum, who's the CEO of Ethereum, pretty much. This is him way back in the days when he basically admitted that he received 550,000 Ethereum from the pre-mine, right? So basically, he gave himself that much Ethereum before it even came out, and 150,000 from developers. So he currently holds 630,000 Ethereum. 500,000 of Ethereum was given to him by himself, pre-mine. He basically made the decision, oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give myself all these Ethereum. That's a lot of money right there, right? So he owns a shit ton of Ethereum. He's a billionaire because of it. But he gave himself those Ethereum. That's not a fair way to start the race. With Bitcoin, there was no pre-mine. There was no like allocated portion that was given to Satoshi. He had to mine the coins himself in the get-go. And anybody could have joined him in that time frame, in that period when it first came out, and mine the same coin as he did and compete for the same coin on the blockchain. That anybody could have done that. But he mined himself. So he found the coins himself. Vitalik Buterin, as well as all the other guys, they all have pre-mined. All of these coins are already allocated to themselves. And here's Vitalik Buterin himself admitting that he sold a quarter of his Ethereum. Man, I'm not going to apologize for sound financial planning. Guys, do you want a CEO or a leader to dump their bags on you? Is that what you want? I mean, this is what's going on. I mean, he basically has the power to dump his entire bag on you, and he has done so in the past. And, they love to justify it with, like, stupid reasoning, but I don't want to invest with something that can be dumped on me. I don't want a bag to get dumped on me by the founder, right? Litecoin. Now, Litecoin is one of the top cryptocurrency out there, right? Top 10. The founder, Charlie Lee, dumped all of his Litecoins back in 2017 when it was at the top. Now, I don't know how he knew that was at the top, or maybe because he sold that it started coming back down, but he picked the time perfectly, right? Conveniently, he sold at the very top, and he left everybody else, his investors, everybody else buying and holding a heavy bag because of him. He dumped it all. The price of Litecoin has fallen 50% since founder Charlie Lee sold his stake in December. And that was only in April 2018, by the way. Litecoin dumped a lot more. It actually fell probably like 100% since then. So yeah, That's your leader, guys. Do you want to invest in a company where the leader is dumping their bags on you? We got Plus Token scam. Plus Token was founded. It promised quick and guaranteed returns. See, that's what happened with all of these shit coins, guys. They're all scams. They're all scams in their own way. Some of them is just flat out scams, right? Like they had the intention from the get go. I'm gonna scam these people, tell them to invest, take their money and run. This is called an exit scam. Some of them, they might try to kind of dress it up as a more pretty little thing, like, oh, this is gonna be an innovative, very revolutionary project. But then they have these elements to it that makes them scam, like the pre-mine, like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and reward myself 500,000 coins just for the fuck of it before everybody else even get in the race. That's not fair. That's not the kind of asset that I want to invest my money in, right? And then so same with XRP, as you guys all know, it's being investigated by the SEC. It's being sued by the SEC for being a security, and this is gonna take about 2-3 years for this lawsuit to play out. And I wouldn't touch this shit with a fucking 20-foot pole. Like, XRP's trash. Grayscale dissolved XRP Trust due to SEC's Ripple's lawsuit. And you can't even buy it in the US anymore. Coinbase stopped trading it. Kraken, Binance, all the big exchanges. It's just trash. It's just basically trash. And guys, if you look at Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is the only coin that survived. It stays at number one for the past two. It's the first coin ever created. It's the first cryptocurrency ever. And it's the only one that stayed in the top spot. Nobody has overtaken Bitcoin for that reason, because it's just the only one that has any use case. It's money. It's program money. It's absolute scarcity. It's decentralized. Everything that you know about Bitcoin is transparent. It's simple. It's elegant, and nobody can compromise it. There's no leader. There's no head of the snake for you to cut off. Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows who he is. Any other coins, they all have a CEO. They all have a guy. They all have a representative. As soon as you attack that, you destroy the entire coin. I mean, when the head of the snake is cut off, the rest of the body is just an ordinary rope. So you got to think about all these shit coins as basically a snake. They're all snakes, right? They all can get destroyed. They can all get cut off from the head, and then you can't do anything about it. Everything else is going to be destroyed. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, I like to think of it as like a hydra, right? Cut off one head and two more shall take its place, because Bitcoin doesn't have any leader. We don't have one single person or one single point of attack for you to go after. There's no attack vector here, right? Everybody that runs a node all around the world, everybody that owns even a little bit of Bitcoin, even just 0.00001 of a Bitcoin, has a say in the network, has a say in the protocol. And in order for you to destroy Bitcoin, you would have to cut off every single node there is in the world, all around the world, and all the government would have to simultaneously cooperate and collude in order to do that. And we all know that's never going to happen, right? And if you cut off one, two more will take its place, probably 10 more will take its place. It just doesn't work. And here's my last point. If you look at all the cryptocurrency historical data, this is 2013. Let's look at it. We see all these coins in the top 10, right? Litecoin, Purecoin, Namecoin, TerraCoin, DevCoin, NovaCoin. And let's look a year later, 2014. Here we go. Look, Litecoin, XRP, Purecoin, Omni, Next, Namecoin, BitShares, Quack, Megacoin. Like, who are all these coins? They just come and go like fucking nothing, guys. There's no staying power. There's no substance to them. Look, 2015. Let's look at it. Bitcoin, XRP, Litecoin. So these two coins are still here, right? Cool. Paycoin, BitShares, MadeSafe, Next, Stellar, Dogecoin, Purecoin. All right, so that's a whole different list of top 10 right now. 2016. XRP, Litecoin, now Ethereum came into the race. Dash, Dogecoin, Purecoin, BitShares, Stellar, Next, MadeSafe. So once again, the top 10 just look completely different because these coins just fall off the face of the earth. Why? Because they're either scams or they just can't keep up because they have no use case. Same here. This is 2017. Yep. Monero came into the mix. Ethereum Classic, Dash, Augur, Steam, NEM, just brand new coins from out of nowhere. Like, where did those guys come from? And then you got 2018. Of course, once again, they change again. Bitcoin Cash, Cardano, NEM, Tron, Stellar, IOTA. See, a whole new set of coins come into play. 2019. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP Cash, EOS, Litecoin, Stellar, Tether, Bitcoin SV, and then Tron got pushed all the way down, and Cardano got pushed all the way down. And then today, let's look at 2020. Let's look at 2020. Bitcoin, Binance Coin, Bitcoin SV. It's just a whole different set of top 10. And now let's look at today. Okay, let's look at today. Bam, XRP got pushed all the way down. Litecoin got to number 8. These two were the most resilient out of all of them, right? And look what's happening to them now. And XRP is going to continue to go down because they're just facing a devastating lawsuit, and it's just a shit coin. There's nothing else to it. Pre-mined, centralized. It's just Litecoin, same thing. It's just a shitty version of Bitcoin. I don't know why anybody would buy Litecoin when they have Bitcoin. So then we have Polkadot now. We have all these other stupid coins coming into play. So basically the point is, the one thing that you see in common is Bitcoin always staying at number 1. If you want to gamble, if you want to play around, and then you can just go, I guess you could just buy one of these shit coins and hope and pray that it might have a quick pump and then outperform Bitcoin, and then sell it and then put it back into Bitcoin, right? But the fact of the matter is, you're not going to know which one it's going to be. You're going to lose a lot of money in the process of finding out, and it's probably a lot better off if you just go to Vegas and with your friends, get some free drinks, and just put $1,000 in a number on roulette. It's much more fun that way. Probably much higher chance of success. Other than that, guys, if you're gonna invest in Bitcoin, you need to see the fundamentals. You need to see what's going on. You need to see what the smart money is doing. The big boys, see who they're buying. They're not buying Ethereum. They're not buying Litecoin. They're not buying XRP. They're buying fucking Bitcoin. And there's a reason for that. So, there's only 21 million of them, and you're shooting yourself in the foot by not participating in the race, not trying to buy those coins right now while you still can. And you're out there trying to gamble and trade and do stupid shit with all these other shit coins, and then one day it's going to be too late, and you're going to come back and Bitcoin is going to be triple, quadruple the price where it's at, but you still have to buy in because it's the future. So that's what's going to happen, guys. It's been a long video. I hope this helps a lot of you guys. Okay, all right.